Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Tristan. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, night, whatever it is, wherever you may be. And today, guys, I am giving you my full day one impressions of the Modern Warfare 4 beta because we're on day two of it now, and a lot of you yesterday were asking me to give my personal thoughts, and so here I am giving it to you. Now, if you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel. If you guys do, I'll love you even more than just for stopping by. But with that being said, guys, let's get into it. Now, as far as day one goes, I got about 6 hours deep into the Modern Warfare 4 beta, and I've got a lot of thoughts about the game from playing in different environments with different guns. And look, there's a lot of good thoughts, a lot of bad thoughts, and a lot of things that I think Infinity Ward are going to need to fix because they are just ugly. And let's start with what I think actually is good because there's some good stuff to like here. The first thing is that the movement is surprisingly good. It's not great. There are times where, because of not having slide canceling or just the way that certain maps are, it's not going to feel as great or, feel like butter in some ways. But the movement here feels like an evolution of previous Modern Warfare titles and even some of the Black Ops titles. And I'm glad that we got rid of Omni movement because, dude, that was just always an atrocious thing. But throughout everything, I feel like this might be the best movement that we've had in many years. It's not a jetpack or something crazy. It's just really good quality boots on the ground, and I think that's something that people do like. As far as the UI and the gunsmith for the game goes, I think it's clean and generally one of the better menu experiences that the franchise has had in quite some time. I think a lot of people dog on COD HQ, myself included, because it's absolutely terrible. And I think that they've actually done a pretty good job here, especially given the fact that there is no, universal engine right now. The one thing that I will say that also is really good is the hit registration. When the net code for the game isn't fighting you and you're not, in 4-on-1 situations, the game actually feels very solid and the aesthetics are strong, customization is deep. And also, one thing that I do want to say that I appreciate is that we got more colorful maps in this game than we did in the past couple of games. So, that is something that I think you'll definitely notice immediately. Kill block as a mode is a lot of fun. There's also some aspects with the helmet cam spectator that I think are going to be fun. So on a pure feel, as far as moving, shooting, looking at menus, I think this might be the smoothest that Call of Duty has quite been in some time. Now, here's where it gets messy. There's a lot to complain about with the pacing of the game, TTK, everything. First off, it's just way too fast across the board. The gameplay that you guys are watching, I think I went like 37 and 50 because it was just an absolute sweat fest. There were so many times where probably I shouldn't have got killed where I did because the time to kill and respond to a gunfight is just abhorrent. It's like half a second at this point. And combining that with the strong aim assist and heavy recoil, both just regularly and virtual, that this game gives you, there's going to be a lot of shoot first and lose moments for fans and casual players. And it doesn't feel like skill is being rewarded in this game. It feels like who's ever crosshair was already on you wins. And on top of that, SMGs are underpowered against ARs right now, which only amplifies the problem where everyone's kind of forced into this meta culture of playing the same close to mid-range weapons instead of the game supporting different playstyles. Like, I'd love to play the PPSH, but let's be very fair. The PPSH has no hit detection whatsoever. I could be right in front of a guy shooting him at point-blank range, and it would not do anything to him. And on top of that, the bolt action snipers, they're way too slow to be viable. I think the only people who I've seen actually do well with them are Scope and maybe a few old trick shotters, but that's about it. And if you like playing slow, methodical kind of gameplays, the beta is not being rewarding for you. And again, the recoil and visual recoil need a lot of tuning. It's not hard, it's just visually and mechanically excessive at this point that and it needs to be dealt with. Now, in terms of the maps and the game modes, the maps look genuinely great. I think that the art direction is good, but the play experience has been quite damning for a lot of people. Squad spawning is hurting the flow of the maps And on top of that, you'll typically get spawned into fights that are already lost or right behind enemies who just killed a teammate. So you are constantly going to be spawning and dying, and it's going to feel like Phase Jev back in 2013. Now, in terms of things, the map pacing also is definitely going to need some work. Just maps don't breathe right for how fast this game is, and it means that you're constantly moving around the map. You're having to watch the mini map, what's in front of you, everything all at one time, and it's mentally exhausting to do so. And a real head scratcher for me personally is that Search and Destroy isn't in quick play. It's only in the mosh pit mixed in a rotation where by at least multiple people who I've seen on Twitter say there's only really one good map in the pool, and that's pretty bad for a core mode. And the maps are really tiny. And combined with the sped up movement, the TTK, and spawns and everything, it just is an absolute dumpster fire. Now, we need to talk about the matchmaking, though. And this is the big elephant in the room because this is one that's come up nearly every single time that I've looked on social media from people is that we all universally agree that at some point early today, after the beta went live, skill based matchmaking got cranked after a few hours of solid play, where every lobby now turns into a sweat fest. I think there was one game actually where I was playing against a guy whose literal Activision username was Adderall and dropped over 80 kills. And that is quite just saddening. People are absolutely and rightfully calling this horrendous, and more than one person straight up just don't believe that this is open matchmaking for a beta. And this kind of solidifies the thing that a lot of us have thought for some time, which is that skill based matchmaking actually punishes players for doing well. And it's starting to feel like every match, even during the beta, is ranked play. And that's kind of the system that actively pushes away casual players who want to log on, chill, and have fun and maybe win a few games. Instead, you're getting thrown into a sweat lodge every match. Combine that again with the server issues and inconsistent hit registration and the super bullets, the aim assist carrying way too hard, it's just going to be a genuine hard pass for a lot of people on multiplayer. And I've already started seeing some people saying that they're just going to stick to Black Ops 7 for a while. And then also, because it came up enough times in my games and other people's games, the attack helicopter is flat out overpowered right now. It needs to be nerfed because it's dominating lobbies in a way that just doesn't feel balanced. And a few other things. Footsteps are way too loud. Audio in general is loud across the board. It really needs to be dealt with. Connection felt laggy, and I noticed even some frame drops. And I'm playing on a laptop of a 3060 graphics card, and I was going from 80 or 90 frames to now 65 to 70. And also there's many times where when I load in, I have to die two or three times in order for my gun to actually show up, which is really annoying because you obviously can't aim and kill people if you can't even see your crosshairs. So where does that leave us? There's real potential for Modern Warfare 4. I believe that the movement, the gunsmith, the UI, the aesthetics, Activision and Infinity Ward clearly put a lot of work into the feel of the game. But the things that we all actually care about as players, the skill based matchmaking, the map design choices, the TTK, the hit recognition, and everything, are actively working against making this a really great game because it has everything it needs to be great. It just needs to listen to the fans, and Infinity Ward needs to listen to what we're telling them. And if they tune the skill based matchmaking, if they fix the net code, if they rework the time to kill before the next beta or even before the launch, this could be one of the best CODs in years. If they don't, I think that we're going to see another year where Call of Duty declines even more. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for spending your time out of your day watching the channel. I'll be back with more Modern Warfare 4 and Call of Duty videos tomorrow. And with that being said, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.